and I want my damn respect too.
Get out of here, LeBron. Go back to LA. Don't come to New York with that Boo! 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 LeBron! LeBron! You never beat Jordan. You never beat Jordan, my Oh, Kobe! You bum. Oh, Kobe! You bum. Get out of here!
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. LeBron James fanboys. LeBron James fanboys. LeBron James fanboys. You guys saw the clip at the beginning of the video. LeBron James wants his respect. That's what he said, but respect denied, LeBron James. This article is coming from TMZ. LeBron James, BOOED out in NYC. GOAT gets heckled on video. Says LeBron James had to deal with some salty fans outside a New York City event Saturday night, with angry pedestrians hurling insults at the basketball legend, also known as the Duck, the Deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 Kingdom. TMZ has obtained video of the NBA's all-time leading scorer walking into Fanatics Fest this weekend surrounded by his entourage. Let me correct this for you, folks. It says TMZ has obtained video of the NBA's all-time leading stat pattern walking into Fanatics Fest this weekend surrounded by his entourage. And while no one made a move to get into a physical altercation with the 6'9" manufactured star, they let him know he's got no love from the Big Apple. Check out the clip. LeBron's getting more boos than when he bailed on Cleveland to take his talents to South Beach back in the day, with fans calling him LeBum and otherwise trying to get into his head. Of course, LeBron's used to criticism, so he doesn't give the bystanders even a second look, striding past them into the venue like the VIP he is. It's not a shock New Yorkers don't love LeBron. After all, he's regularly demolished the Knicks during his 22-year career, averaging 26, 7 and 7 assists per game across 61 regular season games, and the one time he matched up against the squad in the playoffs, he led the Heat past them in 5 games on his way to his first NBA title. So fans in NYC can call him LeBum, but James certainly plays the best against the city's biggest b-ball team. So I don't think it's any shock that TMZ is a capper for LeBron. First of all, they tried to make it seem as if this is just a New York thing, as if this is just New York fans mad because LeBron James beat the Knicks. But people all across the world refer to LeBron James as LeBum. Of course, on this channel, we refer to him as the Duck, the Deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 Kingdom. But yeah, this is not a New York thing. This is a worldwide thing. People all over the world can't stand the guy. If you Google most hated athletes, LeBron James will come up. More than likely, it will come up as number 1. So yeah, so TMZ is trying to minimize this and say, LeBron James didn't give him a second look and yada, yada, yada. But we all know LeBron James well enough to know that absolutely got in his head. So whether he acknowledged the guy or not, we know good and well he heard him, and we know good and well, based on the amount of energy that Unclutch Sports spends trying to control the narrative, that absolutely got under LeBron James' skin, whether he acknowledged it or not. We know this for a fact, that it got under his skin, because if things like this didn't get under his skin, we wouldn't have the Mind Games podcast. Shout out to Man Down Sports. We wouldn't have the Game the Mind podcast. We wouldn't have the Cheat the Game podcast. We wouldn't have the Control the Narrative podcast. We wouldn't have the Rewrite History podcast. We wouldn't have the Sit Down with Only People Who Are Gonna Agree With Me podcast. We wouldn't have that if these kind of things didn't bother the duck. So I played the clip at the beginning of LeBron James after the bubble chip that nobody acknowledges or respects, saying that I want my damn respect too. And I played this because LeBron James has been booed several times. Nobody likes the guy, and it is his own fault. And I played that clip because this does not happen to the real GOAT. Michael Jordan doesn't get booed. See, here's the difference. TMZ tries to equate it to, oh, well, LeBron James, he beat the Knicks, so of course New Yorkers are going to like him. But so did Michael Jordan. But what you will hear New Yorkers say about Michael Jordan is they hate the fact that Michael Jordan was beating their team all the time. But they respect Michael Jordan. They acknowledge Michael Jordan as the GOAT. And this is the difference between respect and not being respected. This is the difference between the real GOAT and the test tube GOAT, is that Michael Jordan, because of how he played the game, because of how he presented himself, he commanded respect, while the duck is demanding respect, begging for respect, trying to pay for respect. This is the difference. No, it is not a New York thing. There are plenty of people who can't stand Michael Jordan, the basketball player, because he beat their team repeatedly. He stopped their teams from getting championships. He stopped the stars of their teams from getting championships. Yet they, for the most part, now don't get me wrong, there's some jaded there's some jaded ex-NBA players out there that are bitter about not getting that championship. But by and large, the players, and especially the fans, respect Michael Jordan. You can't help but respect Michael Jordan. Again, this is why we do this channel. For the younger generation, for you guys out there who are younger and you're finding your way in life. And I do this channel so that you do not do things the way LeBron James does them. It doesn't matter what career career path you followed. If you want to be respected, you have to do things in a respectable way. It's just that simple. If you want people to respect your success, whatever level it's on, you have to do it in a respectable way. This is what this is about. This is why we talk about the duck so much for the younger generation, because the mainstream media is constantly pumping out narratives that would have you thinking that the way this guy goes about his career is okay, that the type of things that this guy says is okay. The fact that he wants his cake and eat it too is okay. The fact that he forms super teams, but wants to be respected the same way that Michael Jordan and Bird and Magic and Kobe and players who found their way on one team, he wants that same respect, and the media will have you believe it's okay. The media would have you think it's okay to flop, and the media doesn't mention it as a serious blemish on his status as a superstar. The media never will talk about this. The media won't flat out say that, hey, this is a disqualification for you as to be one of the greatest players to ever play the game, to be a flopper, because it shows weakness. It shows lack of toughness. When we talk about the greatest players to ever play the game, we're not only talking about the skill, we're talking about the toughness. We're talking about the mental toughness. But the mainstream media won't tell you that. The mainstream media will have you believe that anytime LeBron James loses, there is a valid excuse. Whether they accept his bogus injuries or whether they tell you that he didn't have enough help. But again, this is why we have to do this. Because the mainstream media won't say, hey, well, you know what? LeBron James, you got to figure it out. You got to figure out how to make your teammates play better. Oh, but first, LeBron James, you got to do what you're supposed to do by playing defense. There is no way that Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Larry Bird would have teammates who have to call them the B word because they're not playing defense. So I do this channel for the younger generation so that you will understand that first of all, to say don't chase greatness. Simply chase being your best at whatever it is you want to do. Don't chase the title of greatness. Simply chase being your very best at whatever thing it is you decide to do, and that will lead you wherever you're supposed to go. And the second thing is just accept responsibility and the consequences for your decision. You know, everybody is not meant to be Michael Jordan, and that's okay. If you want to make it to the NBA and you see yourself as a Steve Kerr, that is perfectly fine, but accept it. Don't don't get to the NBA, be a Steve Kerr, and then later regret it and now start saying, oh, well, if it wasn't for me, then Michael Jordan wouldn't be who he is. Or Scottie Pippen. You get my point. It's like accept the path that you chose to take. Don't start trying to blame other people because you have regrets about it later. LeBron James could have been the GOAT. LeBron James had the athleticism. LeBron James played in a time where it is easier to score than ever. LeBron James could have dominated his era the same way that Michael Jordan did, or even more so, if he had had a Michael Jordan or Kobe mentality. But LeBron James is a weak-minded individual. So yes, TMZ, you can try to cap for LeBron, but again, we all know that everything that guy was saying, that guy pressed all the buttons. He called him LeBum, and he said, you will never be as good as Michael Jordan. And to twist the knife, he said, or Kobe Bryant either. We know for a fact that got to LeBron James. Again, LeBron James and Unclutched Sports spend plenty of time and money trying to convince everybody otherwise. So we know that got in the Duck's head. But yeah, we gonna hold up here, people. But yeah, this is why we do this, because mainstream media is constantly telling the younger generation that it is okay to accept these things, and no, it is not okay. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about the Duck, the deer, the leader of the 4 and 6 kingdom, getting booed again? getting booed. Man, this guy, oh my goodness. This guy gets no respect. If you guys remember Rodney Dangerfield, this is LeBron James. This guy gets no respect whatsoever, and it is his own fault. It is by his own hand. The test tube GOAT. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.